What is he?
Oh no, it's Ragiroth Enterprises!
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I love to sing about a sky of blue or a keyboard too. Anything.
How's it going, everybody? Rich from Ragiroth Enterprises here. Back with another Mortal Kombat related video. Because for any that didn't see my Smash Bros. Related video last week, I didn't do a Mortal Kombat related video because there was actually a leak going on saying that it was going to be revealed at Combo Breaker and that like tag mode would be back and all this other stuff. And unfortunately that didn't wind up happening. But even still, I want to talk about the possibility of MK11 being announced at E3 instead, which I think most of us kind of thought would be the more probable option anyway. So first of all, if it'll be announced at E3, and secondly, what exactly they could reveal for the game. Now first, okay, yes, the game is not officially announced yet. It has been hinted at. You've all assumed that it was coming. It just hasn't gotten that 100%, here it is, confirmation. Now, the thing is, NetherRealm is somewhat easy to predict. They kind of have a notable pattern since I think they since they became NetherRealm Studios and started doing like Mortal Kombat 9 and all that. So I think most of us can expect, if it is going to happen soon, we'll probably maybe get a teaser trailer like maybe like a week before E3, like June 5th-ish maybe? June 6th, June 4th, around there. And like the teaser, like it'll probably just be like a cinematic trailer, probably like teasing certain new elements they're going to introduce in the game. Like if Tag is back, I could see like, 2 characters fighting 2 more characters. That would be really cool. Now, of course, I would be looking forward to what characters they would reveal in the trailer, like MK9, I think it was like Raiden and Shao Kahn. Unfortunately, Shao Kahn was playable, but he was still in the game. And then MKX was just Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So, I mean, they're probably not gonna, go too crazy. Like, maybe they'll reveal, one returning character that wasn't an MKX, or maybe one new character. Because I think the Injustice 2 teaser trailer, if I remember correctly, it did reveal Supergirl officially. So then, okay, then that happens. So then E3 comes, and that's when we get a gameplay trailer. This is where we see, the first characters that are in the game. And I've noticed that I think all of NetherRealm Studios fighting games always reveal about 6 characters at E3 when the game is first announced. MK9, it was Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Nightwolf, Melina, Reptile, and Sector. I could be wrong about those 6. That's what I feel like I remember. It's been a while. Injustice 1 was Batman, Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Solomon Grundy, and Harley Quinn. Then MKX was Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Cassie Cage, Devora, Kotal Khan, Ferritor. And then Injustice 2 was Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Supergirl, Gorilla Grodd, and Atrocitus. And Flash was revealed in the teaser trailer. His actual gameplay just wasn't actually shown off till I think the next year. And I guess that was kind of like the MK9 one where Raiden was shown off in the teaser trailer, but I think we didn't actually get proper gameplay for him until a little while down the road. So let's just say now, I know a lot of us are possibly predicting that the game's roster is going to hit 30. It'll go 2 more above Injustice 2. So maybe they would show off say 7 characters, because I guess the ratio of characters they're revealing is a bit higher, or I guess lower, whatever. I don't know ratios. But let's just say, for the sake of convenience, they'll reveal 6. Now, going by, 2 of them are incredibly obvious. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They've been in every reveal trailer. You can't have a Mortal Kombat game without them. They're the Batman and Superman equivalent for Mortal Kombat, basically. So they're going to be 2 of the characters they're going to show off. So then we got 4 more. I'm going to say they're probably going to play it partially safe, and then the 3rd character will be another character returning that was an MKX and an MK9. So this could be, I'm going to say Raiden, Katana, Cassie Cage, or Liu Kang. They're the ones I'm kind of going with. I'm going to throw Cassie in there because she's become a pretty important character, and she'd be an obvious character, but that was also someone that was introduced in MKX. I'm going to say probably the most likely of these, they're the ones I'm going to have bolded, are Raiden, especially because he's probably gonna be the big bad, or yeah, I'm gonna say Cassie. Yeah, because I'm not confident on like Liu Kang, Katana. I mean, I know they're gonna be in the game, but I don't know if they're gonna be revealed like at E3. At most, I can maybe see them being like a teaser trailer thing where we see them in the teaser trailer, but we don't see gameplay from like way later. So now we got 3 more spots. Now, coincidentally, there's kind of 3, I guess, different types of, I guess, characters or notes they can hit with these other 3 characters, and this is where I think it gets more interesting. There's a lot of characters that people want back that were in MK9 that have been around for a while. They were in the original trilogy. This is like Noob, Jade, Nightwolf, Striker, Cabal, Sindel, Scarlett, Smoke, etc. The cyborgs and stuff. I'm just gonna call these, for the sake of convenience, MK9 characters. Like, yeah, I know most of these guys, with the exception of Scarlett, technically, has been around way longer than that. But just to make things easier, I'm calling them MK9 characters. And I think, even though there's a lot of options here, I'm going to narrow it down. I use the term narrow down lightly. I think it could be either Noob, Jade, Rain, Scarlett, or Shang Tsung. Now, Noob is like the most requested character, period, to come to be in the game. Like, not even just a comeback. I think he's just the most requested character, period. Like, he's a huge fan favorite. He won that poll way back when. I see him on most top 10 lists. He's my personal favorite Mortal Kombat character. However, for some reason, I don't know if they're going to reveal him in E3. I just have this weird gut feeling they're not. Maybe because I feel like it's because first of all, he's so obvious. I feel like we're all expecting him to come back. And secondly, it's because it's like maybe it's, I don't know what the right word, what the right term is, or what the term I'm thinking of is, but it's like showing your best cards first, showing your best hand first. So they might save him for a bit later. Again, I don't think he could get revealed, if this game even happens, but I don't know. I just don't have a super strong feeling it would be him. Now, Jade, I actually think would be one of the more likely ones. Like, yeah, she isn't kind of the same boat as Noob, in terms she's like really requested to come back, like really requested. And again, she's not that we're not that hard to not expect. But I think they're gonna kind of push her to a more important role in this game, and they might want to show that off. Also, in case like there's no other female characters revealed, she'd at least be one of the 2 female characters revealed. Not that that needs to be, but just because I feel like I noticed that they typically do that. They try to at least reveal like one gal. So I think she is one of the more likely ones. Now Rain I think is another very likely one. He came in second in the poll that like Noob was featured in. Also, I think they gotta know a lot of us were kind of pissed that what the deal with him was in MKX. Like, he was literally in the game and we couldn't play as him. And it's like he was a DLC character in MK9. We all kind of expected him to be a priority to make it in MKX, and for some dumb reason he did not. Nothing bad happened in MK9 story because he didn't really get to be in the story. So, we all assumed he was okay. He'll be important in MKX, but that did not happen. And Ed Boon did make a tweet. I forgot. I think around when Combat Pack 2 came out, saying, "Should Rain be in MK11?" So I think there's a couple good reasons he would actually be one of the first characters revealed. It would like kind of win back our faith, and kind of make us feel a lot better about his status in MKX. And it would kind of just get it out of the way, like, the weight would, I guess the concern would be lifted, and it would show that they're listening to fan feedback and who we want to see in the game. And it's like, also, unlike Noob, he is requested to come back, but I'd argue he's a bit less requested, but he's still in that level of, there'd be still a lot of hype if he was announced. Also, like, because he's like kind of a liquid-based character, they might want to show off the graphic power. So I think maybe having a character that uses something like liquid would kind of be a good way to show that off. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung I think is one of the less likely ones, but I still think he's kind of likely. The only reason I don't think he's as likely is because people want him to come back, and we're expecting him to come back, but he's not. I don't think there's quite as much hype behind him as some of these other characters. I could be wrong about that. I mean, me personally, like, I like Shang Tsung. I wouldn't be like, you know, over the moon if he was real. I'd be like, oh, cool, Shang Tsung's back. And I guess that's like, I don't know if he'll have like a main villain role. Like, obviously he'll probably be a villain, but though actually some theorize he might actually kind of work with the good guys, because since like Raiden and Liu Kang are the villains now. But I don't know about that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I could see it happening. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it with Shang Tsung. I just don't think we would have that same oomph because he's expected, but he's also not quite as requested. So I don't know. But again, I think he is one of the more likely ones. He's definitely. I think he's very confident he's gonna be in the game. I just don't know about E3 reveal. So then, last but certainly not least is Scarlett. Now, Scarlett, I am kind of iffy with her chances. I think a lot of us are, because it's like she was a DLC character in MK9. She didn't come back in MKX. But I think she was popular. And she did make it in the MKX comic, so at least that showed that they were still on NetherRealm's mind. I don't know if they have full control over the comics. I guess they kind of do. And she was actually featured on the female poll that Jade was on, and she came in second place. And the fact that she was featured on there was good because, again, it shows NetherRealm is keeping her in their minds. And the fact she came in second is pretty good. I mean, it's like, yeah, I know, usually think, oh, you know, only the first place character will matter. A lot of NetherRealm's polls, I noticed at least the second place character does still show up. Raiden actually came in third place technically in that one Injustice 2 guest character poll. Made Injustice 2, unfortunately. Hellboy came in second on that one guest character poll. Made Injustice 2, but I think that's more so the issues with the Spawn. But I know this. I think there's been a couple other instances too. I think if they at least come in second, probably good. But I think also like Rain, again, another character that uses liquids, kind of morphing and all that. So it'd be another like character to show off the power of the engine of the game. Request a character to come back. I think the only other strike against her is that I mean, she didn't die in the comics, and again, we don't know if they're canon, but say they are. But she did get banged up pretty badly by Melina. But again, I think she could come back from that, especially because she's made of blood, for Christ's sakes. But anyway, yeah, so I think that would be the Mortal Kombat 9 character slot that could maybe be on candidates for that slot if they're going to show off a character returning from that was in MK9. So now we got the 3D era character that was not in MKX. So I guess we'll just call this MIA 3D era characters. 3D era characters that have not been playable in a while. Now this is another kind of big one. It's one of the more exciting ones for me. I think it'd be another one of the more exciting ones for a lot of people. These characters would include Fujin Frost, Serena, Reiko Havoc, Li Mei, Jarek Kai, Movado, Hotaru, characters like that. Even though there's a lot of options, I actually kind of managed to narrow this one down to just 4. Did I do the other one? 4? Whatever. And they are Fujin Frost, Li Mei, and Serena. Now, why these 4? Well, pretty easy actually. They were all in MKX. They were just background characters, or I guess NPCs. I don't really know the proper term for them in this case. The thing is, they had a model, they had a voice actor. They were still in NetherRealm's mind because they put them in the game. Nothing really terrible happened to them in story mode, and another character, you know, just like them, 3D era character that was in the story mode that initially wasn't playable. Raicho was added as DLC, so that shows that they were they're at least, just because you're a background character doesn't mean you can never be made playable. So I'd like to say these characters are a priority for NetherRealm Studios. I'd like to say, and you could even argue Tanya, in that case too. The only difference with her is you actually fought her in the story mode, but she wasn't playable in the base game. She became playable later, and they even changed up her model a little bit, mainly the eyes and the face, and obviously the moveset. So I think these 4 are probably the most likely 3D era characters. Fujin, I think, is, and again, probably wishful thinking on my part, because does it? So on my top 10 most wanted list, Fujin is number 1. I think he's number 1 for a lot of people. But that's the thing. Revealing him into E3 would be insane. Like, it would go over so well, because it's like, just like Rain, they gotta know, we were pretty pissed off that, you really wanted the game, wanted him playable. You had his model, and you just didn't give him to us. But now, not only do you have another shot, but also Fujin's role in the story could be promoted much easier now, because Raiden is now the villain. He's probably not, they probably need a new, I guess, level-headed protector of Earthrealm. I think that would be Fujin. That even kind of happened in the original timeline with his ending in MK4, and he was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat Deception, but they replaced him with Dark Raiden. But now this is the time to right that wrong. Right a couple wrongs now. So I think he would be a very good choice, bias aside, to reveal at E3. He'd be pretty unique, so it's like you're showing off this totally, I don't want to say brand new, but the character that doesn't really fight like anyone else. I don't think there's a single bad. I guess the only thing is kind of like a noob. Maybe would be kind of showing your strongest hand first. However, I think with Fujin's case, I think it's best to just get it out of the way and just let us not have to worry about him making the game or not again for the zillionth time. Now, Serena, as much as I want her in the game, I think she does have a shot. She just doesn't seem like E3 material to me. I think she has a fan base, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like, to me, maybe I'm wrong, it's maybe like a very loud minority. I think she is still kind of obscure. She would maybe, again, I would love for her to be real at E3. This is just me, this is me trying to speak without bias, but I think she's just maybe a bit obscure, to some people. I could maybe see her being like an Evo reveal, or maybe Comic-Con reveal, or something like that. I just don't know about E3 though, kind of showing off the game when it gets first shown off. And it's like, well, her powers could be like basically anything. So I guess, it doesn't. I don't know if she'd have anything that would really be like good at showing off the engine, like a liquid-based power or something like that. Maybe a morphing one though, because if she turns into a demon. But yeah, I would love her. I would lose my mind if she was real at E3, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Now, Lee May. I mean, I know I'm definitely biased against her. I think it's possible she could be revealed at E3. She would definitely be like a new kind of female good guy, or returning female good guy, but I'm not. I don't know. She's definitely more on the. I think the and it's like, 'cause it's like she wouldn't be like. I mean, I'm sure they could make her better, but I don't think she has much that you could show off that would really like kind of wow from like kind of her initial reveal standpoint. It's not like Devora, who uses bugs, or Ferrator, who's like 2 characters, or like Kotal Khan, who uses like blood magic and has a saw blade and stuff. I'm just not quite that with Lee May, I'm sorry. I do think she has a shot to be in the game. Not only that, but it's like her MKX look was super plain looking. I mean, I'm sure, they could change that, but yeah, I don't know. They gotta change that. Her Deception look was fine. MKX look, she was. If they didn't say her name was Lee May, I honestly wouldn't know. I honestly would not know it was Lee May. But last but certainly not least, we got Frost. Now Frost, I think, again, she's bolded, so I think she is one of the more likely ones to be revealed out of these 4. And yeah, there is some bias. I do really want Frost, not quite as much as Serena or Fujin, but I do definitely want her. The reason I think she has a good shot to be revealed at E3 is because I want to say, out of the 3D era characters, she is one of the more popular ones. Not that that's saying too much, and I know she does kind of have a, I feel like she's a love or hate kind of character. Like a lot of people, like her, they think she's cool. But a lot of people don't like her because she just seems like a clone of Sub-Zero, and I think they just don't kind of like her personality. I mean, fair enough, I guess. But that could always be changed. Another reason I actually think she has a very good shot is I noticed MKX revealed, one of the characters revealed was Cassie Cage. Cassie Cage is a character that's, I guess, sort of similar. It's kind of a student, disciple, relative, and is similar to another mainstay character on the roster. Her case was like Johnny Cage and I guess Sonya. And then in Injustice 2, one of the first new characters was revealed was Supergirl. She's like Superman, related to Superman, similar power set. I guess sort of a student. I don't really think there's that much in Injustice 2, but you get what I mean. And then we got Frost. We got Sub-Zero, his student, female, works perfectly. And you know what? It would also be a nice mirror because in the comics, her and Cassie kind of had a rivalry. So I know that's kind of a weird. That's sort of a weird reason, but it is a pattern I've noticed with them. And I think she would definitely bring some hype. I mean, maybe not like Fujin levels or like Noob Saibot levels or Jade levels, but I think there would definitely be people happy to see her, and I think it would be interesting to see to show off how they make her different from Sub-Zero. But yeah, I think that's the possible 3D air characters that could be revealed again. I would be most confident with Fujin and Frost. Wishful thinking, yes, but I think I do have legit reasons for this choice. So now the last slot. Last slot's way harder to predict because that would be a new character, brand new character, never playable, never seen in Mortal Kombat before. Maybe like some exceptions, because I have thought of a Tasia from the Black Dragon. She's like in the MKX comics and stuff. She could be a new character. I just don't know if she'd be in like the same vein as like a new character as like Cassie or Aaron Black was. And the fact she did exist before, she just never was properly playable. She's kind of like Tremor in that regard. But yeah, a new character. I mean, like, I think, I'm not gonna speak for everyone. I think most of us kind of want them to take it a little easy on new characters. Not that they weren't cool in MKX, but it's like, there's a lot of, I think most of the hype comes from seeing characters that we haven't seen since MK9 or seen in a longer time. I think they gotta know that's the things we're looking most forward to. However, new characters are still good. They show that there's, they don't want to just redo things and reuse ideas. They want to kind of expand the lore, expand the world, show off new ideas. I think, just maybe not 8 new characters, maybe like 2, 4, 3, around there. So I think it would be wise to show off at least one brand new character. Personally, I would probably prefer another MK9 character, 3D air character, but just from a balance perspective, I think it would probably be a good idea to show off a new character. Now, most people predict who the new characters are Kano-san and or the lady from Jade's ending in MK9 that has been kind of mysterious and possibly being teased, I guess, as a important figure in the upcoming game. Yeah, I think just gonna assume it would be one of those. Maybe something else, maybe like Reptile's long lost cousin Kesnar. I don't know, but yeah, and obviously I could be totally wrong with this. They could, for all I know, they could play it super safe and just reveal characters that are in MKX. That would be incredibly lame and boring to me. Or maybe they would go all out and just reveal Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and the rest would be characters that people wanted that just did not make in MKX. Or maybe they would just do what they did with MKX and it would just be Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and a bunch of new characters. Again, probably not an amazing idea, but it could be cool. That's my predictions for the reveals. Everything else, it's like they'll probably, just talk about like new features, like if Tag's coming back, or I guess the gear system, if that's going to be in. I can't really predict everything else. They'll probably say the time frame will be released, like probably spring 2019 or something like that. But yeah, that's about it. That's my prediction. If it gets revealed at E3, I'm hoping it still does. I'm getting a little worried because apparently I don't think NetherRealm Studios is going to be there, but WB Games is going to be there. WB Games could have shot another game like the rumored Superman game, which would be cool. Ideally, it would be nice to see that and MK11. And I'm thinking that maybe Ed Boon is just going with WB Games and didn't really need to bring a whole bunch of NetherRealm Studios guys around. Hopefully, that's keep our fingers crossed and hope that it does get revealed at E3 or a week before. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to be revealed at E3? And if so, what do you think is going to be revealed? Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. It's a free country. If you like some of my other videos, please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out my friend Marking Art in the description below. And as I always say, another time, another place, keep being awesome.